Peace, light, and love, my YouTube family. Pray everybody's doing well on this day that this message finds you. I'm going to be doing a reading with this tarot deck made by Sally Ann Glassman and Louise Martinet. So it's a beautiful deck based out of Africa. Lots of cool images in there, and we're going to make it do what it do. So let's get into it. I just want to first address that there are definitely a lot of energies that have shifted. So I know a lot of us were feeling this, right? Times have changed. Who we were is no longer the people we are today. The way the world feels, the way the world reacts and responds to us. You can see things where, the world is not as it seems, as many people believe it to be. And that's one of those things of, when you know, right? So we're seeing that we're in a different energy, we're in a different dynamic. And so if you feel as if with 111 just on the clock, if you feel as if all of a sudden the world has changed, you have changed, and you're realizing that things are not what most people believe them to be. In the sense, most people kind of believe in this kind of like zombie-like mentality where they're kind of definitely unconscious. So I'm just going to go ahead and get some cards and see what the cards are saying for us, and that will give us what the video message will be. And that's like a message on the energies at hand right now. What is the word on the energies, this shift, who we are, what the world is, where we find ourselves as a collective. So I know that this is something that we are experiencing collectively, this major shift in reality, right? And seeing who you are, and seeing who others are, seeing what the planet is. Let's get into it. Right. Right. Back of the deck is the Oshun card. Oshungar, Santeria, which is Earth. So the seven, Earth in the typical Rider-Waite tarot deck is Pentacles. So this would be the Seven of Pentacles. Those who are familiar with the Orisha Oshun. Oshun is an Orisha who is of a mothering, a Orisha of a goddess of beauty, a goddess of motherhood, a goddess of nurturing. So that's, where a lot of us, we find ourselves, I'm getting a message of a lot of us are having to nurture ourselves. We're having to parent ourselves. We're having to care for ourselves. And Oshun is showing up for us in this time. Okay. So let's, then we have the Queen of Cups. So this is already hitting off pretty strong, majorly strong. We have Oshun, goddess of beauty and motherhood, and 331 on the clock. We have the goddess of beauty and goddess of nurturing, and we have the Queen of Cups. Congo card. Congo is water cups in your typical Rider-Waite tarot. My ears are ringing, baby. Okay, so let's get the messages here. Hi to whoever it is that knows me, and it's like, oh, look at him doing these type of readings. I just heard you, so hi. So interestingly, the definition for this card popped up. So Oshun is wanting to be heard. So let's see what Oshun has to say. So the divination, the meaning of this card is emotions manifest in concrete fashion. A sacrament can be defined as an outward sign of an invisible or interior state. The creation of a sacrament which will bring to fruition some emotional involvement. For example, the purchase of a house can be viewed as an outward sign of emotional involvement in a social or biological family. Possible disappointment in the solid forms love takes. So I believe this card is maybe comforting us, and I know that a lot of us, there can be disappointment in relationships with others, right? Where people who you wanted to love, people who you wanted to manifest, a relationship with, whether that be a friend or a lover or a friend with benefits or somebody who just wanted to be brothers or sisters with, somebody who want to be a brother or sister, and then not coming to fruition as you hope for, so maybe what I'm also seeing is, reaching out to people in the past and seeing that, that bridge isn't meant for us to cross again. So, I'm with you on that one, with having recently kind of contacted some people from the past who, you know, and we're kind of realizing that that's not the energy, but, to be patient and to be still and have to wait for, what is to come, in new relationships. But that's the message, look forward to the new. Those relationships of the past, people who were your friends in the past, or associates or whatever, it's not the situation for us right now. The world has shifted, right? We're in a different place. We're different people. It's not for us to reach out to, them in the past, and it can be lonely, right? And it's like, fuck God, can you get some alleviation? For many of us, we've been isolated for years and years, and I can say those words, but people are not going to get it unless you get it from your own experience. Unless you have been isolated for years, right? Then you know what it's like to always look around yourself and it only be you. Where you only interact with people when, let's say, you got to go to the store or go to work, or those type of interactions. And right now, going out in the public, oh my God, for us in the collective, it's something supernatural, something paranormal when we go outside. It's like I'm in a place where the pressure is excruciating. The pressure is so intense because when we go out in public, it is supernatural. Come on, I know you get it. And you might be going out there like this, you have your understanding of the world. You have your understanding of, you're different. This is a magical place, but oh my God, you can really go outside and feel and see that something major is going on. Something major is going on in the world. The energies have shifted. Those of us who are chosen ones, we are standing out in ways we have not felt before. The humans feel like these very low vibrational beings, like you ever see I've seen a magnet and those little magnetic little metal shreds, like a little pile of little metal shreds that all kind of flock to the magnet and move. That's how humans are. Humans feel so weak to us. Maybe you can relate to, they feel like they're so weak. You can just blow them and move them, and they don't control themselves. Our power, you can feel it. If you're in the collective, you can feel it. Where humans feel like these very low vibrational, very weak beings. Where, they can't control themselves. They flock to us like something's literally pulling them or pushing them away from us. It's something like that. And it's things and it's other things, if you get it, you get it. But when we go outside, you can tell something has shifted. The world's not the same, and these humans, they just seem like these little things that just blow in the wind. Some of the regular humans who they not have the spiritual power or spiritual anointing that we as chosen ones have. There's a huge difference. Many people might come across this video, don't know what I'm talking about, but it's not for them. It's for you who does know. This shit is real, and this shit is going down. And it's something mind-blowing. Even, for those of us who are believed, we've always believed in magic and always believed in God's power to move through us. But something is happening. And humans are standing out. We're standing out way more when we are amongst humans. And it's so It's almost scary to behold our own power. Like, no matter how big the room is, we walk into the room in the center of attention. No matter how big the space, no matter how many people are there, but 10 on the clock until that 10, 11, 1 again. And it's almost scary, and it's so uncomfortable, right? It's so uncomfortable because you always got to brace yourself, always be on guard, because you know that there's no hiding for you. You cannot hide. Even when you're in the house, in your home, in your car, in your whatever, walking, trying to be away from people, there's no hiding. People feel us, these things on this planet, they feel there right now, they are feeling us, and we're standing out so powerfully. And no matter how big the room, how big the space we are in, we become the center of attention. And a lot of times it's a lot of envy. With 11 on the clock, keep seeing these ones. Maybe we're seeing a lot of these, sequential ones. 1118. What I was saying is, no matter the size of the space that we enter with this shift that has happened, these regular humans cannot help but to feel us. And I'm not saying that in any type of way to kind of be tooting my horn. If you know what I'm talking about, you know how uncomfortable it is. I kind of have like this constant stream of tears going on inside of me, like this constant crying, because I'm just like, God, this power that you have given me and the way these humans treat me because of the power. So often they don't like us. So often they challenge us and they want to fight us and antagonize us and so mean towards us. These regular humans become so mean to chosen ones. A lot of times it's them being used by the enemy. That's like in the Matrix with Neo, and those things would turn into that white man in the suit. What was his name? I don't know. But you know what I'm talking about in the movie, the Matrix movie. The Mr. Smith. Thank you, whoever told me that. Mr. Smith. Whoever said that, I definitely heard you. Mr. Smith. These people, they turn into it. And come on, let's talk about it. And I really wish somebody would confirm this for me. If you experience this, please put it in the comments, because I tell you, I'm by myself all the time. I feel like I cannot talk to people because they turn to Mr. Smith. It'd be the people who are supposed to help you. The doctor would turn into Mr. Smith. The pastor would turn into Mr. Smith. The therapist would turn into Mr. Smith. Your person who used to be your friend would turn into Mr. Smith. The person who says, hey, come here and I'll help you. Or somebody who's a psychic. Even a person who's a psychic who said they're going to teach you things and help you. When we go to them, they turn into Mr. Smith. So it's like this constant stream of tears, because I'm like, God, help me. Because it's like, I can feel that I'm bigger than them. At 5'7.5", what I'm saying? I know and can feel that I'm bigger than them. So it's not like we get, it's not like we get afraid, but it's kind of like, and we know that we shouldn't be feeling some type of way, but it kind of hurt our feelings. It kind of hurt our feelings, right? Even though we know it shouldn't hurt our feelings, after so much of it, it's just kind of like, God, it just feels so lonely. Like, I'm not going to walk in the room and I'm not afraid of them. Because, I know that the most paranormal stuff will happen before they touch me. For real, for real. They'll pass out and hit the ground before they put a hand on me. You know what I'm saying? And if anyone ever does be able to lay a finger on me, it's because God allowed it for some very distinct, purposeful reason. So it's not like we're afraid of them because they're being mean to us, or they're threatening us, they're challenging us. It's like we cannot drive down a road, we cannot walk down the street, we cannot enter a room, we cannot go into a space, we cannot join a group without being like Neo in the Matrix. I don't know why all of a sudden I'm having all this pinging feelings on my face and stuff. You know? And the psychic stuff is just getting bananas. Like, I go out in public and it's like I can feel people looking at me. Like, I feel them on my skin. We're happening. So that's another thing that's kind of like, I know God is giving me the message of, I know that you are feeling people look at you. You are feeling people's emotions. And it is difficult. So when I was a kid, God, I would feel like, I had, magical abilities. I was different. The people who talk about being psychic and stuff, I felt like, they felt like very familiar to me. And then, I've always had, people prophesy that there was this major power within me. And, people would stop their cars and give me these messages about, God giving me very powerful gifts. My whole life, stop their cars, come to me in the store, they do all types of stuff like that. Very often in my life, and particularly, especially as a child, and I would hear that, and I would get the sense of knowing that, and God would tell me that I wasn't ready for the power, and there were reasons for it. And I'm like, God, give me, I'm saying, give it to me, God. I'm ready, God. And as I become older now, I am close to 40 years old, which is amazing to say. I know a lot of us chosen ones, it's like, whoa. For me to be so close to 40, it was bananas. But anyways, like, God, with me getting older now, maturing, my abilities, like I can feel when people look at me, I can feel their emotions. Maybe it's a warm tingling sensation, or maybe it burns, or maybe it feels cold, or maybe it feels prickly, or maybe whatever. I can smell the energy stuff. I know when people are about to show up and do things. I see things. We see things a lot. I talk about myself just to relate back to you, because it's being a part of the collective. You get what I'm saying. But I don't want to sound like I'm just on YouTube just making videos about talking about myself. It's okay. I'm good on that, but I want to relate to you in a way, or show you that I'm experiencing things similar to you. That's why I say all this. But anyways, I'm just saying that I know that our powers, our abilities, no matter what people think about them, I know that our powers, our abilities are expanding, they're growing, and this world feels us. People know that we're different, and people seek to bring us down. I don't feel like I'm over here preaching instead of going on the cars, but people seek to bring us down, and you feeling that way, my friend, understand that it's only because of how great you are, because of how powerful you are. And this stuff is so hard, man. It's so hard because even though this is a very magical world, even the people running this country are aware of magic and use magical practices to run this country, to control the masses. But people have been conditioned, or people are like zombies, programmed that when we speak about spirituality or magical practice and crafts, that people think we're bananas. People think we're nuts because they are programmed to be that way. They are fearful because they follow this Christian belief often. Not knocking Christianity, it is an awesome way for those who are at that level to connect with God. It is what it is. When you know, you know. Christianity is for very low level understanding of God. It is what it is. And that just speaks on how big God is. Yes, Christianity is very powerful. I'm not knocking that. And then someone may spend their whole lifetime being a Christian and be fully connected with God and right where they're supposed to be. So know that. You know, I'm a firm believer and know that my God, the God that I am an extension of, he will answer all people who call unto him with genuine desire to connect with their heavenly Father God, you know, their higher power God. And this is where I tell people, it doesn't matter if somebody's Buddhist or they're Catholic or Christian, Hindu. In Hinduism, God is bigger than that. God is so much bigger than that. If you call on upon the Most High, divine God, he will answer you. Mere mortals, little humans, want to organize things into systematic religions with these names and titles and rules and stuff that God didn't give. God didn't give it. It's humans doing what humans do. I tell you, humans are very low level beings. Yes, created in the image of God, sure. But it's levels to this. It's levels to it. And when you are a chosen one, you understand what I'm saying. Regular humans are very low level vibrations. You can just like blow them. Like, all right, Queen of Cups. Let's talk about it. Meaning of this card, she has a dreamy and tranquil personality, which tends to express itself poetically. Physically, she is likely to be a woman with black or brown hair, with a golden hue and brown or blue eyes. So, this said, and it's interesting. What I love about these cards in the tarot is a lot of times when you connect with your deck and you touch the card, you hold the card, the energy kind of like you embody the energy of the card. Because if you notice how when I pick this up, I kind of start talking in this poetic, dreamy, tranquil way. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna watch the playback and see, you know. And honestly, if anybody who watches me, especially using this deck out of Africa, I noticed that I do a lot of things that I didn't know I was doing in the moment. And I'm definitely a seer. My eyes do a lot of things. Now I do have a eye is diagnosed as a lazy eye. It's extra long. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, God, you know what I'm saying? You give me an extra long eye. Can I get some other extra long things? You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know. Anyways, this eye, so you'll see in videos, and it's been that way since I was a kid. It'll wander this way, especially when I look down. Yeah, see that? It'll do that. And I've become way more comfortable with it now. Anyway, I'm talking about being a seer, and in these videos, when I hold this deck and use this deck, and God telling me to talk about this too. Okay. But I'll do things, and I realize that, and I know that God is another thing for us. So somebody's gonna watch this who's really gonna understand and feel what I'm saying. You understand how God will control your body, move your body, how you think you're just kind of just doing things normal. You're just being normal, not paying any attention to what you're doing. But you're actually being moved by God. What your head is doing, your arms are doing, your hands are doing, your legs are doing, where you are, what you're saying, how you're sitting. God is moving it for a reason. God does these things for those of us with these very special abilities and gifts. And if you don't believe it, what I'm saying, by the way, you can just get off the video or ask me questions or whatever. But there are people who are getting what I'm saying. So, you know, so a lot of times I know I would do this. God moves me around and people be trying to manipulate me and try to do stuff to me. And God just be moving me right on around. I just be like a doop de doop de doop de doop. And I realized there was a whole attack against me. And I just moseyed my way right on through it. I probably was thinking about my grocery list, thinking about my to-do list, you know, thinking about the boo thing that I'm trying to holler at or something. You know what I'm saying? And the whole time there was a major attack against me. I had no idea. Because God chose to block me from having the idea. And this here, speaking of attack, so someone had came against me where I'm living. Right now, people are like, I'm talking about how humans are reacting to us. So I hit a punching bag out of extreme anger, to the point where my the skin came off my knuckles. After somebody had threatened to fight me, who lives near me, because he's jealous of me. And that's really what it is. And what I'm experiencing is that these people are witnessing our light. People see our light, and people are coming up against, antagonizing us. This person thinks wants to be able to bully me. So I happen to move to this place that's really like the hood. It used to be like the super extreme hood, and then they start renovating it, and police start coming through and changing, putting up all these cameras and stuff, like a little bit before I got here. So it changed a lot. And so these people want to hold, there's still these real ignorant roaches who are trying to still hold on to this real hood mentality. It's very ignorant. It's almost like they want to show like who can act the most ignorant. And they see me, I'm really about my business, very Capricorn like, you know what I'm saying? I stay to myself, I mind my business, you know what I'm saying? I'm always trying to level up, always working to get better on things. And they see this, they become very envious, you know what I'm saying? When I was down and out and having hard times, these roaches would laugh at me. And then all of a sudden, they not knowing who they was fucking with, not knowing who they was observing. I had my own master plan. I knew God was working things for me. So a lot of times it was for us. But when they see us elevate, and they see us past them, we were already past them. They just weren't aware enough to realize it. And when they see that, they come against us. I don't even want to talk about that stuff anymore. Let's get to this cards, man. We got the hangman equivalent. Somebody's thinking something really nice about me, and I said, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. It's like it's a beautiful woman, like, hugging me. Put my head on her bosom. Anyways, let me see here. This one's called Zombie. You want to check that out. It's very interesting. This is like one of the major arcana type of ones. Number 12. It means sacrifice, externally motivated and enforced. Questions of will, and the questioning of will cause resolve to decay and failure of the spirit and or body. Sacrifice, externally motivated. So we have there's a sacrifice that's being motivated by the outside world, that's being required, mandated by the outside world. So, there's being required of us sacrifice to obtain the resolutions, the solutions that we are seeking. So for us to have these level ups, for us to manifest our desires, our goals, our dreams, that which we know we are working for, it is requiring a great sacrifice of us. It's requiring this willingness to work, sleep, work, sleep, work, sleep. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Practice your craft, refine your craft, build yourself. Keep going, keep going, keep going. That is the sacrifice that being demanded of us by the external world for us to obtain that which we are seeking. We have called forth our power, and now there is a sacrifice that comes with it. We have to endure the way the world reacts to our power as a sacrifice for being the person to yield the power. The power comes with sacrifice. And that is a part of the teaching of we must be ready for our power when it activates within us. And this is why we've had to wait and toil and labor as we have before obtaining the level of power that we hold now, which, by the way, God says we and the world ain't seen shit yet, which is terrifying. But we know it's true. There is a responsibility that comes with the power. That is the sacrifice. The third card is the Temperance card. What a beautiful card. Something coming out of a crown chakra. Crown chakra. Or is something going in there or out of there? Looks like it's going out. All right, Temperance. What is that, 14? Let's see. Card number 14. Which makes 5, change. 59, 59. I've been seeing a lot of 5s. And 5s honestly kind of scare me. Because a lot of times when we see 5s, there's an element of change happening, right? Sometimes challenge. Sometimes the 5 can be like magical things, which we like. It's like magical things happening, and so you see the 5. But then there's those times where, you see the 5 and it's meaning change, challenge is the energy of change. Challenge is at hand. 33 on the clock. So when I see them 5s, I'll be like, God, we looking like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? I see 5s, I ain't gonna lie, I get a little nervous. Let's see. So this Temperance card is a call to action based on who you are and your place in the world. A call to action. A call to action based off of who you are and where you are in the world. And your place in the world. A call to action based on your place in the world. I've been talking about as chosen ones and how the world has shifted and how the world is responding to us and how things have changed and how our energies, when we get amongst humans in this world, we are distinctly different. We are not of this world. We are not the same as regular humans. We're not. And it's undeniable. Anyone who doesn't believe that, they really have to just shut the fuck up and watch us. I would gladly show anyone who wanted to see. All I got to do is nothing. If I just go out amongst humans, record it, put a camera on me. Let me walk. Let me go to a concert. Let me go to the mall. Let me go to the grocery store. Let me walk down the street. Just record me. Just watch me. And watch the humans around me. And see what happens. It's not a matter of opinion. It's not a matter of guessing, or it's undeniable for us. All they got to do is look and see. There's nothing to hide, and it's guaranteed. Guaranteed. And there are a lot of beings and energies and forces in this world that know this about us. A call to action based on who you are and your place in the world. Assertion of yourself. Discovery of the true self. I've been talking about this. Discovery of the true self. And overcoming of obstacles to the expression of the true self. This is what I've been talking about as the final card. Thank you, God. Come on now. Listen to this and everything I've just been saying up to this point. A call to action based on who you are and your place in the world. Assertion of self, applying yourself, putting yourself out there. Discovery of the true self. And overcoming of obstacles. Overcoming obstacles to express your true self, who you truly are, chosen one. Overcoming those obstacles in the expression of who you are. The call to action, the requirement to act, the responsibility that comes with the power. The responsibility that comes with the power, the sacrifice that comes with the power, the requirement for us to have to act because of who we are amongst these humans, based on our ranking in this planet, on this planet, based off of who we are. And our place in this world, we are having to act. We cannot continue as we have before. The power activates within us, and that changes everything. The world has changed, chosen ones. Who we were, we will never be again. There's no going back. There's no denying who we are. God is calling us forward. God is calling us out. It's our time. We must claim our thrones, claim our identities, because this world, we have to no longer, I'm hearing hide. You cannot hide. Like I said earlier, there's no hiding for us anymore. And it's scary. It's lonely. People are so mean to us. Just based off the words I say in this video, regular humans are going to be filled with envy, filled with who does he think he is, filled with that bullshit he's saying. And everything I'm saying is the truth. And you know this, chosen one. We're going to get through it. I give it to God. We must give it to God. I hope this message resonates. I feel like I was kind of like really trying to tie it together. So hopefully this helps somebody connects with it. I love you. I thank you for being here with me. Please like the video, comment, subscribe. Peace.